it low-key. I can cover the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time, be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant.
Off the screen. Off the screen. Off the screen. Off the screen. Jumping, 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 jumping. Max 50, Max 50.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road, you're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on, long way to go in this one.
This is the tight end fan. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Ready, ready.
Single, 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 single. Check 3.
Let go.
Block working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Oh, dang, punt. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On second down, here's Locke. And he completes it to Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be third down.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Hey, exit. Ready.
Throwing his lock on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Set. 90 Wolf.
Double time. 3 out. Tight dog.
Chris on travel. Hey, Steve 6.
Max 50.
You ain't fine.
Back to throw now on first down. That's caught left side by Hardman. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. A big play there for Indy. 51 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And
he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Even. 4th down. Even.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Bravo.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
15 line. 15 line.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
Go. Go.
Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's got this down to the 35. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 35.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Break. 58. Come on. 6-6. Pull it high. Ricky. 25. Check 25. Ready.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Hey, Zoo.
Locke off a play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And now he'll tuck it and run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Hey, Foxtrot.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Down. 90 Wolf.
QB's trash. Let's go. Check nickel.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And fights through one man. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Let's go now. 10 over.
I got you. Double time. Double time.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18.
60 or.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. And you got caught in between and created a foul.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 30 on 2nd down. Lock. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. But he's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Lock now, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Lock now on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Go, go, go.
On the
They fake the handoff. Now Lock. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here.
On first down, Lock. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Here we go. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Here we go. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
So someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. 65. Get it.
Locke going to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there. A first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Set 18 Gator.
58 right there. And let's get this. Check. Slam.
Let's go.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Check 3.
Alpha.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Tariq Cohen as the first half is winding down. As they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
He's not going to get me. Team spill.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 99, check 99.
Five.
They try again with Cohen. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Right over there, right over there.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
It's our time. It's our
Now.
3rd and 2. Locke's going to throw. This is the tight end fan. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now Locke. Flush to his right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They look to throw. It's Locke. The screen pass here to Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, wahoo!
2nd and 11. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go, here we go. 8-3.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Hey, watch it, watch it. Check.
General West. Ready?
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Gordon on first down. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
50 seconds to mark. 50 seconds.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
57 to Mike. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On the set.
57. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his tight end Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Here's Locke. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's second down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what could hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Locke again. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Hey, Foxtrot.
37's the Mike 37.
Locke now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Locked again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. For this home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw it is Locke. That's caught over the middle by Fant. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's going to go for a big play down, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Down. 50. Plant.
50. Check by 50. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, over.
50 seconds to Mike. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 50 seconds to Mike.
2nd and 9 now. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Taking it about the 16. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He's back to throw, and he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Lock going to go on 4th down. And Adams has it complete. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for two.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Back to throw. Lock. That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
Big hit.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Hearns brings it in. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Number 23, out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You draw portrait.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
First down, Indianapolis.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Bradley Chubb on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And the Hoosier State will celebrate tonight as the Colts have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Colts, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles